What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Benchwarmer Sports, and we are finally done with the preseason. The game literally just wrapped up like 2 seconds ago as I'm recording this video for you guys. So, Browns lose 33-32 in the preseason finale to the Kansas City Chiefs. Browns played their starters for about, I want to say, half of the first quarter, maybe even a little bit longer in terms of the defensive guys. But we got a good look at the starters for the offense and the defense today. For the Browns, Kansas City did not play any of their starters today. They played their backups primarily. And a lot of storylines can be taken away from this game, especially with two players, and that being Deshaun Watson and Cade York. Now, Deshaun Watson gets the start today. Now, Stefanski told us that we were going to see him for about 20 to 25 plays. Pretty much right around that area was what we saw of him. And, to be honest, if you did not look at the stat line, if you just paid attention to the 5 of 10 completion and all that stuff, you would have thought that he wasn't good. He was really good today. I am pleased with Deshaun's performance. I thought he had a couple of throws, primarily the strike to DPJ in the first quarter, the strike to Amari Cooper for that 53-yard gain, and of course the touchdown pass to Njoku. All three were perfect throws, in my opinion. The one to Cooper was especially on the run, off balance, throwing kind of awkwardly. He still gunned it for like 40 yards down the field on the sideline. The pass to Njoku for that touchdown was immaculate. Looked really good today. I think, I can go into the season being more confident in Deshaun Watson and what he can do this season than I was last season. That's for sure. I think, we're starting to see that he's starting to get his groove back. The main thing that you wanted to see from Deshaun Watson is just that his confidence is back. And I think it looks back. I think it looks primarily back for the most part. Now, I think the offense looked pretty good today, starting wise. The problem is that third string running back is still an issue. I would primarily go for Felton as the third running back. I would want him as that number 3 guy. But we'll see what happens. You had the one guy, I think it was Wilkins, fumbled the ball twice on 2 handoffs. He's not making the team at all after his performance. Njoku caught that touchdown pass. Cooper has a couple of plays. DPJ saw some targets. Moore saw some targets as well. All in all, I think the offense was solid today from the starting caliber standpoint. Unfortunately, you have to talk about the elephant in the room with Jakeem Grant going down after the kickoff with a knee injury, getting a brace on there. It sucks to say it, but he's probably not going to make the team at this point now. So that opens up a roster spot at the wide receiver position that you didn't really have before. So it sucks to say that because you don't want to see a good thing in a guy's injury, but it's better for him to be injured now in order for us to be able to replace him than him to go down early in the season, right? So it sucks. I feel bad for Jakeem Grant coming off the torn Achilles last season and training camp too. I just feel bad for the guy. Hopefully he can make his career bounce back whenever he can, if it's with another team or with us. But defensively, I thought that we were solid again. I think our starting defensive linemen are absolutely scary. Just absolutely pressuring the quarterback, getting to the quarterback, creating pressure. Zadarius Smith looks ready to go. Shelby Harris looks ready to go. No Myles Garrett today, but they all look ready to go. Our secondary especially looks fantastic. Juan Thornhill with a pick 6 in his return to Kansas City. He looks really good. Greg Newsome, JOK making plays as well. I'm really stoked about this defense. I'm very excited I think I'm more excited to watch this defense than I am on the offense, to be honest with you guys. But I thought we looked pretty good starting wise on defense in all facets. Then you get to the black sheep of the team right now, and that is Cade York in the special teams unit. missed 2 kicks today, gets 1 taken back because of a running into the kicker penalty. But this is not the exception with Cade York. This is the rule at this point with Cade York. I understand the second one to win the game was blocked. But at the same time, we have seen many different times last season where he kicks the ball and it's very low. And defensive players and special teams players have been able to get their paws up and knock the ball down. I think he had like 2 or 3 last season where that happened, where he kicked it very low and it got deflected. You need to bring in a kicker at this point. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. I understand Andrew Berry was talking with Joe Thomas and the other guy during the game, talking about how they were confident in Cade York. They were very confident in Cade York. But after what you saw this preseason, there is no way in hell you should have him on this team, because this season is way too important. Not only for Kevin Stefanski, not only for Deshaun Watson, not only for Nick Chubb, Myles Garrett, it's important for Andrew Berry too. So I understand he has to say that because he's not going to go out on on local television and bash the guy that he drafted last season, right? But at the same time, there has to be a competition in kicker. I understand he makes everything in practice, but when he goes into game time situations, he is god awful. He's awful. I feel bad for the guy. He's young. I understand that. But at the same time, this season's way too important to be relying on a 22-year-old kicker who makes half of his kicks. There's no rhyme or reason why Cade York should be starting. You need to bring in a veteran kicker. Whether it's Robbie Gould or whoever you want to bring in off the street, you need to create some competition, because you have 2 weeks to figure it out until you play your prime AFC North Division rival who went to the Super Bowl and AFC Championship the last 2 years. You need to figure it out, because you cannot be losing games in this conference because of Cade York. And I am wholly scared that is going to happen this season if they keep Cade York as a starting kicker. Special teams still looks like, I don't know why, if it's personnel, I have no clue. But special teams still looks discombobulated, doesn't seem to be getting anything going. We were hyped up about Bubba Ventrone. I still haven't seen anything to really get me excited with the special teams unit that everybody was trying to hype up in the offseason with Bubba Ventrone replacing Mike Prefer. I don't know why. I don't see the hype. I think they have been wholly underwhelming, to say the least. Defensively, I thought we kind of got cooked in the reserve units. You couldn't really get enough pressure in the front seven and on the bench units. I thought Kansas City played well. Especially their third and fourth stringers. I thought they were better than our third and fourth stringers. You still had some guys who were making some plays. Was it Phelps from Miami of Ohio? The defensive end really looked pretty good in the third quarter. Tanner McAllister had some good plays. Ronnie Hickman was there. A lot of guys made some good plays. I will say that Cameron Biggers I think he had the pick 6, and he had an up and down day. AJ Green kind of struggled for you there, but I'm not as much worried about our bench guys as I was with our starters. Okay, I take more away from the starters and how they performed rather than our bench guys, because our starters are going to play almost every down, right? They're going to play every down. I'm not going to take in that much to consideration with DTR or with frickin' Lawrence Phillips or whatever the guy's name is from the defensive end. I'm not going to take that much away from what they did today in terms of what I saw from Deshaun Watson and what I saw from Zadarius Smith and what I saw from Maurice Hurst. I'm going to take more away from those guys than I am with the guys that we saw for like the last 3 quarters of this game. But preseason is over. I'm excited for September 10th. I'm going to try and go to the game. Tickets are way too expensive, if I'm going to be very honest, but we're going to try and find a way to go there for you guys, make some content for you guys from that game. I think I'm I'm happy with what Deshaun did this preseason. Going 8 of 13 from the field, 105 yards, 1 touchdown, over 100 rating, rushing a couple times. Looks comfortable in the pocket, can shift around. I think we saw what we needed to see from Deshaun Watson this preseason in order to feel more comfortable with him going forward this season. Yeah, I think it's just we're just waiting 2 more weeks. It's 2 more weeks till Cincinnati here at home. Yeah, we're 12 days away from the season starting with Kansas City and Detroit. Football season is finally here. We're finally here. Dress rehearsal's done. Now it's time for the real thing. We have the real thing to look forward to. We got 2 weeks to look forward to it. And yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of content here on this channel regarding football season, and I cannot wait. We're going to be doing some predictions. We're going to get back into that, do some game vlogs. Reactions and rants are coming back. I know you guys love those. Next video, I'll be doing a record predictor for every single team. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you are new, hit that like button, subscribe. If you are new, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Also, if you guys are feeling extra generous, there's the Cash App there at the bottom of the screen. You can also do super thanks and also become a member of the channel. There's 3 tiers. Pick which one is you like. Would help me greatly for the future of the content here on the channel in order to go, do different things, go to places for different types of sports content and do all this other stuff. We're also going to be doing a show here from Coming Off the Bench. We're going to be doing our first show here coming up soon. Make sure you guys stay tuned for that. Yeah, and I am very excited for the next couple of weeks because we are going to get into everything regarding the National Football League. So make sure you guys subscribe if you're interested and want to watch that. And yeah, I'll be seeing you guys all in another video. Take care.